Today on Are You Even Greek, I'm excited to be joined by one of Australia's rising stars in motorsports, Aiva Anagnostiadis. We're diving into her journey, her training, and what's next. Welcome, Aiva. I've been following your F1 Academy journey, and I'm really excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get one of the questions out of the way first that everyone's going to want to know. Which part of Greece is your family from?
They're from Konstantinopoli.
Have you been back to Greece?
I went with my best friend for my 18th birthday. I went to Lefkada and Nafplio, and then my Theo got married in Santorini in 2018. So
Oh,
that was my
wonderful.
first time there as well.
What's one of your favorite things about Greece?
Well, I just love it all. I told my family as soon as I can pay for my own house because we're in Italy at the moment, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm moving straight there. I'm going to Greece. I'm out of here. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have
it's
those
just
I have those
it's
dreams
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
So tell me, how old were you when you first got into racing?
I was 6, so my mom raced from 12, so she kind of brought it into the family.
Oh,
And then my dad actually mechanicked for her from 15, 16. So they've
oh
been
wow.
together in the sport for tons of years. And then obviously they stopped, had kids, started business, had a bit of a life outside of it.
Yeah.
They never really were involved with it when we were growing up. And then dad brought mum's go-kart back for her, I think it was her birthday, just
Uh-huh.
as something to do as a hobby. And then next thing I knew, I was having a go, and then my brother was having a go, and then
Wow.
every weekend we were just at the track from then on in.
I think when I was 6, I was playing with dolls. So the fact that you were already racing is
I was
incredible.
dancing and swimming at the time as well, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was doing quite a bit.
Yeah. Good on you. How fast were you going?
I think the mini carts then went about 95 miles per hour. Yeah.
I have a
So
7-year-old and I can't imagine them doing that.
it's a bit crazy if you think about
Yeah.
it.
So, did you always know that you wanted to become a race driver, or was it just something that evolved over time?
Not initially. I think mum and dad thought I did dancing quite competitively. Like I was in the
Mhm.
studio 8 times a week. Like I was there 24/7. And then I would just go in the go-kart on the weekend for fun. But then it got to the point where I was dancing at nationals in make a race meeting qualifying on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So I flew a red eye. We won nationals on the Saturday, and I flew a red eye to land on Sunday to make qualifying. I literally jumped out of the car and ran to the grid.
Wow.
And we made qualifying, and then I won that championship. But after the qualifying, mum and dad took me into the trailer and they sat me down and were like, okay, we can't keep doing this. You need to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
And I turned
Yeah.
around and I think they thought, mum said she thought I was going to say dancing. And I
Okay.
turned around and said, I want to race. And they just looked at me, they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yep. I threw dancing out the window, that was done. And I was just at the track 24/7.
Wow. That's commitment, and that's a lot of dedication. That's amazing.
I was only 10 at the time. So you
10.
kind of got to, yeah, make your career decision quite early in life.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Because at 10, I think that the most thrilling thing I ever did at 10 was rollerblade. So, so and I didn't have to make any, career decisions about that. So that's incredible. Fast forward to now, what does discipline look like for you
I
now?
think it's kind of just been from probably the age of 12 or 13, you kind of change into the lifestyle where you have to eat, breathe, and sleep.
Mm,
Motorsport, obviously, as we started to get more serious and knew that Europe was an option to go overseas and do that,
yeah,
I haven't been to a school formal. I haven't been to parties. I haven't done all the normal things growing up. Like I graduated school last year, but I was online in a
yeah,
different country. Like you don't get to do the things that normal kids get to do, but then you have a whole nother experience that they don't get to experience. So, it is sometimes that you're like, oh, I wish I could go out with my friends and do this. But
sure.
at the end of the day, you've got to kind of, I got training instead, or I have to go do simulator work. Like there is times where you get like when I'm back here in Australia and I get to go see my friends for the period that I'm here, but then as soon as you get back over there, it's literally just you wake up, you go to the gym, you come back, you're on the sim, and it's just repeat and repeat and repeat
Yeah,
because that's the lifestyle you like choose. But yeah,
It's a
I
lot of
love it. So it's not
sacrifice.
really, yeah, I love it, but it's not really, I don't see it as an issue in a way because it's
Yeah.
something that I enjoy and I want to do. And,
Hmm.
I've had to sacrifice those things, but at the end of the day, I'm doing what I love.
Yeah. And a lot of people might not realize the physical training that is involved in your job too. So talk me through that. What do you need to do to stay fit for racing?
It is quite hard to maintain it during a season. I think pre-season and post-season, the
Mm.
training is quite difficult. You can be in the gym like twice a day. Then your simulator is also part of our training. Um, so I think during race season for me, because we didn't have any testing, you can be in the car as much as you want, but then you also have to do the work outside the car.
Yeah.
But for me, I wasn't in the car. So when you're racing 24/7, your training is just kind of in a maintenance in a way. So you're just kind of maintaining that fitness. But when for me, I would have sometimes 8 weeks where I wouldn't be in the car. And you can
Mm.
train as much as you want, but there's nothing like the real thing in a
Yeah.
way. So you can do as much neck training as you possibly can. But that first day in the car, you're still going to be a little bit sore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was training quite hard and then obviously I had the injury. So that kind of put a back step on everything. I was training when I did the injury. So, at least I
Um,
can say I was doing something. But now it's kind of, I'm at the point where I need to build everything back up. So it's tons of running,
yeah.
tons of
And how's that
cardio. I'm
recovery
back with
going?
my trainer here. So it was a long kind of road. I think this is the 6 month. Because when I did break the foot, they thought it was just a broken fibula. So like we'll put the screw in 2 weeks, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They went in for surgery, found all the ligaments torn, they had to sew them all back together. Like I did I did a real
Wow.
number on my foot. So it's been a lot longer than we kind of anticipated. But now I'm back in a go-kart, training, running. There's a lot of cardio involved, strengthening it back up as much as possible so we can get ready for the season.
That's it's a lot of dedication, a lot of strength that you guys have to go through. What are your goals for 2026?
I think right now, just to get back in a car,
Yeah.
honestly, like we've got some things coming up in the next couple of weeks, which we'll see how the foot holds up. I just want to get back to 100% recovery before we make any decisions of what we're going to do.
Mm.
Just because you want to be able to do it at 100%. So yeah, I've been in a go-kart, the foot held up well, and then now we can jump in a car and see how
Yeah.
it goes so we can kind of plan the schedule for 2026 and then go from there. Obviously, every goal is to get on the podium and,
Yeah.
finish up the front,
Yeah.
but we've got to be just careful with what we do and what we choose, and hopefully the injury just never happened, and 2026 we can keep going.
Yeah. And what would you say to little girls watching you right now?
Um, I always say kind of just focus on yourself and don't care about what other people think. Because I think when I was growing up, I didn't realize it until I look back now, but I was worried about what everyone else thought I was doing because obviously growing up in a male-dominated sport, there's
Yeah.
boys everywhere and you don't have any other girls around you, and you kind of there is that little bit of, oh, what if they think this and what if they think that? So do what you want, don't worry about what other people think, and take the leap of faith if you want to do something that's unusual to other people, but it's not. So
Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
take that leap of faith. Just focus on the end goal and just keep kind of grinding away at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good advice. Focus on the end goal. Now, is your yaya still here? Is she in Australia or Greece?
Yeah, she's in Australia.
Does she know
So
what you do?
yeah,
What does she
she
think about what you do?
some weekends she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, freaking out. And then other weekends she's like doesn't know what's happening. But she's
Yeah.
she's actually quite young. So,
Oh,
I think she's 67,
she is very
68.
young.
Yeah.
She's a modern yaya.
Yes. She knows, she kind of knows what's going on. She gets onto the live timing somehow. She
Yeah,
watches us go around.
I love
Um,
that.
she's commenting on my Instagram post, so that's an upgrade.
She's your number one fan.
Yeah, she's my number one fan. Yeah, she sometimes she's freaking out if we have a crash or something, and then other days she's like, "You got this, girl." I think I hear you got this, girl every single
Yeah,
time I go
yeah,
out. So
yeah.
Yeah, she's the number one fan.
When in that case, though, when there is a crash, how do you deal with that? Like, what is there a mental thing you need to do to recover from that, or is it just get back on the car and keep going?
I think everyone's a bit different. For me, I just kind of get back in and go again.
Yeah,
Like, obviously, I haven't had any big crashes where there's, some people can get affected from it.
yeah,
But I just get back in and go again. I kind of laugh it off in a way, and then
yeah,
look at the
good.
car and realize, oh, that's some money right there. But
Yeah.
yeah, you just laugh it off and go again.
Look, I see big things for you. I can sense that this is just the tip of your career, and I can see that the Greek community will be completely behind you in your journey. And it's been
Thank
such
you.
a pleasure to have you on here. And yeah, the best 2026 and beyond for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks.